All right, time to splash some cold water on you because it's clear that it's not taking that maybe you should stay offline when it comes to not being spoiled for movies. You know what I mean? So yeah. So what I'm referring to today is James Gunn apparently made a post, right? And this is news already if you didn't know, but if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can essentially I believe the idea is getting what is it? I think you get tickets on Amazon Prime or some shit like that, and you can get access to the theater early so you can see it on July 9th instead of the official release date, which is July 11th. And then a fan commented on this post saying, hey, why do this? People are going to spoil the movie, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? And there's going to be bad word of mouth. James Gunn's like, a spoilers doesn't kill the movie. If there's spoilers, there's spoilers. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. Uh, you know, B, if people are going to give it bad word of mouth, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just their opinion. But if you don't, he was overall more or less saying that, you know, if you don't want to be spoiled, maybe avoid the internet for those few days. You know what I'm saying? Or this like upcoming month, because again, we're a month away from this shit now, and people are concerned about spoilers. I mean, you've already seen what, two different trailers, three different teasers. You know what I mean? Like, you've seen not a lot of the movie, but a good part of the plot so far. And it's what I'm trying to say is, like, what are we complaining about? You know what I mean? Like, why are you complaining? If like, stay off the internet. There's ways to not look at things. You know what I'm saying? Not to go about certain. I'm just saying. Like, I get it. It's kind of like a force of habit at this point. Pull out your phone, surf the web or whatever. But it's like, if you are that serious about avoiding spoilers, then you should know by this time not to be on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to give the spoilers. If you're on Twitter, you can mute the words, mute Superman and everything like that. But that means nothing if Superman's going to pop up anymore. And then, maybe you're also part of the crowd that goes, what's wrong with the marketing? What's going on with the marketing? Well, now that's a different conversation, but whatever. My point is that, you can't expect people in the film industry, right, to do your job, which is essentially not to give out spoilers, right? I'm not sitting here saying they should be on, they're going to be on this shit talking about the whole movie. No, but it's not their job to avoid spoilers. They're supposed to release the movie to the republic. That's crazy, but to the public, and that's that. You know what I mean? Whether if it gets spoiled before release, that's not necessarily their problem. You know what I mean? No. I'm not really trying to trash the kid that replied to James Gunn. I'm not, no, I'm not trying to glaze James Gunn or anything like that. But like, this goes for any movie, bro. If you don't want to be spoiled for any movie or anything, don't be on the internet, because you're gonna be scrolling and scrolling. You're gonna see some shit, and that's that. And then you're wondering, well, what the fuck? Why'd that happen? Well, that's kind of your fault. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to say it like that, but it is. Like, you're really gonna blame them for what? Other people spoiling the movie for you? Come on, man. Really? You see how ridiculous that sounds? I'm sorry, just no. It's just not believable. If you ask me, it no. And in terms of that, there's nothing else to really talk about. But it's just like, you know, I mean, that might just be like an attention grabber, I guess, or shit like that, clout chase or whatever. But it's just like, there are people that are genuinely like, oh, but like, what the fuck? Why is it dropping 2 days early or anything like that? You know what I mean? And it's like, well, there's reasons for that. You know, there is reasons for that, and that's because there are people who spend money on these streaming services. There's people, not there's people, but you know, WBD, Warner Brothers Discovery, they do deals with everybody else like Netflix. I wouldn't say Netflix per se, but like, like Prime Video, they definitely got deals with them going on, more than just like, them doing Batman Cape Crusader, but fucking, um, you know what I mean? I think they they put Max on Prime, so you can essentially subscribe to Max through Prime, because Prime isn't just a streaming service; it's a streaming hub. I mean, you can get Apple Plus on there. What the fuck is that shit? Crunchyroll. That's what I got. Those are the two I got right now. Obviously you can get Prime Video on there. Max, Hulu, Disney Plus, mad shit. Like, it's literally streaming hub. So it's pretty dope. But of course, all that shit costs money. But it's just the fact that you open up one app, you can do it all through there, and that's just what it is. And I mean, what I'm saying is that they have deals. They just have deals, all types of deals with each other, and I'm not surprised that this is one of them. It's like, hey, if you want to release this earlier, or get some of the streaming folk out there, let them see it 2 days early. So they buy tickets, they go to their theater on July 9th, and then that's that. You know what I'm saying? They beat the entire theater crowd. They're probably looking at it as, because the streamers, it's more than just, you know, like easy access, or like very convenient, like conveniency. I think it's a lot of these people have like social anxiety. Not many people like to go to the movies anymore, be around a lot of people, all the cheering and shit. Some people are not really comfortable with that, and that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? So like, they'll wait for shit to come out on the streaming, and then they'll watch it then. Or they'll wait a few weeks if they have a couple dollars for everybody to go see this certain popular movie, and then go see it themselves. you know it's just, they probably thought about them on that sense, and that's probably why they're releasing it 2 days early, because there really is no other reason for Prime Video members to essentially do that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, really think about it. It should have been done to the HBO Max members, the HBO Max subscribers. But I mean, once again, there's deals that they have with other people that they have to appease. You know what I'm saying? And like, most times, companies get together and they're like, all right, you propose this deal, so let me propose you this. You let us do this, give us this, let us do this, whatever's whatever. Let us set that up, and we'll do this for you. Sometimes it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at George Lucas with Bob Iger. That's part of the reason why George Lucas what you call it, sold Star Wars to Disney, because way back when, Bob Iger helped George Lucas get Indiana Jones off the ground. They're both part of the reason why that shit made money. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's part of the reason why it got off the ground. I think it's Bob Iger or somebody like that, but somebody high up in Disney. And George thought he was selling it to a friend, not just some guy in a suit. So like I said, I only brought that up just to compare it to like the potential you know outcome that probably happened with Warner Brothers and Prime Video for this shit to drop 2 days earlier for you know what I mean? Like I said, really think about it. It's all about business. It is all about business. That's really it. And of course, Warner Brothers agree because they want that money. They want that money. That's really just all it is. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to get everybody to come see the DC shit, because they don't even want the next MCU. They just want that money. You know what I mean? So they got DC. So they're gonna take DC, turn it into not to the MCU, but like use the MCU formula, if you will. You know what I mean? Do some solo movies. Some of those solo movies have, collaborations in there. You know what I'm saying? Side characters that come through. You know what I'm saying? Really think about it. They're trying to do like a little business strategy at the same time. Do not fan service, but like do everything as it should be. Start the shit out with Superman, then we should get Batman, then we should get Wonder Woman, or the other way around. Doesn't really matter to me. I feel like it should be Wonder Woman next after Superman. After we get Superman and Supergirl, do Wonder Woman, and yeah, do Batman, because we got enough Batman. We know he's coming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe don't have him hide out for so long, and definitely don't introduce both him and Wonder Woman in the same fucking movie. But who knows? Who knows? But my overall point in making this video is, if you don't want spoilers, stay off the internet. Uh, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Especially when it comes to Superman, because the days is only coming down, and people are going to go see it. There's going to be fan screenings. There's going to be that early release for the Amazon Prime, and in most cases, some movies drop a day early from the release. There, nobody actually says that. Nobody, actually explains how that is. But that, that's possible. Yes, 100%. There are most movies that come out the day before it actually drops. That's how I saw most Marvel and DC movies. I'd go on the Regal Cinema app, and then I'd see it. So because most movies drop on Friday, right? Well, it'll be available on Thursday or any time the day before. And I'm pretty sure Shazam: Fury of the Gods was the same thing. But I won't attest to that because I don't think I went to see that opening night. But it is what it is. Like I said, we'll just have to see. But stay off the internet. I'm not saying it like that, but like stay away from the Superman news. Stay away from the community because that's all they're going to be talking about when it comes July 9th. You know what I'm saying? Or 8th, whatever the fuck, certain time zones, wherever you are. Really think about it. That's all they're going to be talking about. And that's all you're going to be seeing. And if you want to see everything for yourself, experience everything for yourself, I suggest you just don't go lurking on the internet. That's my personal opinion. Obviously, you're free to do whatever the fuck you want. I can't force you to do shit. Just like I can't force you to like this video or subscribe. I mean, even though it's appreciated, I'm not really the type to ask shit like that. But like I said, any support is appreciated. I really would appreciate it. But your view's enough. Your view is definitely enough. Your time here is enough for sure. Uh, yeah. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you think that it's like our responsibility to not be spoiled to our to basically is it our responsibility to make sure we're not spoiled to the shit we want to watch, or is it up to other people to shield that shit until actual data release? Because I mean, really talk about it. If that's the case, then I mean, shit. Nobody's to say anything even after it comes out because no spoilers, no spoilers. They tried that shit with the Flash movie. Look at that. It's just bad word of mouth. They didn't. Nobody was talking about shit, and but we ain't gonna go there. We're not gonna go there at all. So, but yeah, I'll probably do another video later. I don't know. I'm just finding an excuse to talk about shit, do shit, because I don't think DC's doing shit right now. They're not. I mean, the Absolute Universe is doing cool and shit, but I gotta catch up to that, especially Absolute Batman. That's for sure. But yeah. If nothing is all, everything is all. I'll catch you in Gotham.